Hey Gemini, welcome to your March 2024 weekly reading. It's going to be a reading from March 4th until the 10th. I hope you're all doing well, Gemini. We're just going to go ahead and begin here, my friends. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. The readings are on sale at this time. If you click that link, all the details will be there for you that you need to know. But let's go ahead and keep pulling cards here, Gemini. And let's take a look. There's going to be a very clear knowing and a very clear answer here in regards to something. And you may already know the answer now. And so all you have to do is just follow through on what it is that you know and keep doing it or keep following that process. Those of you, if you haven't really gotten that answer yet that you've been looking for, or you haven't gotten that insight yet that you've been looking for, definitely feel like this is going to be the week. So let's take a look here, Gemini, and let's keep going here. Interesting. What do we have here? All right, you pulled this King of Swords here for your overall energy for the week. This is what I was talking about in regards to you having a very clear sense of knowing, a very clear, keen insight about what actions to take and what to do here. King of Swords is like once you have the intelligence, once he has the intelligence or he has the comprehension and the understanding, he just acts in accordance in regards to what those insights are. All he does is take action, and he's focused and he's concentrated, and he's also blocks out distractions. So I feel like you're going to be very highly focused this week when it comes to concentrating on something particular here and getting something done here or doing something here. I see you being very decisive. You have the Fool card here in your current energy at this time. This makes total sense. The Fool card is the archetype of Uranus, but the Fool card as a tarot archetype represents newer possibilities, taking a leap of faith, beginning something new, or even feeling that spontaneous urge to just go beyond what you've done before, to do something you haven't done before. And I feel like that's exactly the energy here that I'm picking up for you at this time. It's interesting too, because this week with the astrology on March 4th, we're going to be having the beginning of the week as for this reading. We're going to be having Mercury sextile Uranus. Like I said, the Fool card is the archetype of Uranus, which this is going to be offering with Mercury sextile Uranus, very fresh new insights and new perspectives here, and maybe giving us a different perspective or allowing us to see things in a way we haven't seen before, to understand things in a way that we haven't understood before, to find things that we haven't found before. So once you find that, Gemini, I feel like the universe is saying like, hey, that's it. You pulled the Strength card here in your challenge. I think especially with the Page of Cups as your advice. You have the Strength card in the challenge, and then the Page of Cups is your way through it. Interesting. There's two polarities here with the Strength cards. Like one is Yang action and one is Yin action. And I kind of feel with this, like your way through what this is like surrendering to the inspirations and the downloads here that you get, or the keen new fresh insight and perspective that you get here, or the creativity that you get, right? Or if your intuition is like telling you or nudging you here, the universe is saying like, take action on your intuition. Don't be afraid. Surrender to the process here and allow what comes through you to flow through you here, Gemini. You have the Ten of Swords here in the future position. This is like you putting an end to something, right? This is you becoming very consciously aware, like, yes, it's time to innovate, and yes, it's time to change, and I'm ready for change. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over. I'm ready for something new. And this is really reminding me this week in regards to the astrology here, the Sun sextile Uranus, and that will be on March 9th. And they will also be with Mars square Uranus. So this is a very interesting energy because the Sun sextile Uranus, like we're becoming consciously aware that there's an opportunity to innovate and change here and to go beyond what we have done before, or to welcome in a new fresh change here that's going to start the ripple effect of transformations in our life. And that Mars square Uranus is like where we just want to take action to liberate ourselves. We're just like, you know what, I'm just tired of doing the same thing. I just want to go for it. Right, and just see what happens. But I think for you, with the Ace of Cups being in your outcome, Gemini, I feel like it's going to be very rewarding. If you have Aries placements, I would watch the Aries reading because they pull this exact same card in the outcome. If you don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. But I do feel like whatever this is, I definitely feel like it's going to be deeply rewarding, deeply satisfying, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling here as well. And I think you will find it very pleasant, Gemini. You have the Seven of Pentacles here in the position of something that you're unaware of, that you need to be aware of. Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, if something is working, keep doing it. But if it isn't working, don't be afraid to change it. Seven of Pentacles is like, he sees the first initial results of something that he's been doing and that he's been cultivating. Now, just depending on how well of a job he did or how well things turn out, he has the option to be able to choose to keep investing into it or to not, or to change certain things. So I feel like the universe is saying here, like, you know, if something's working, keep doing it. If it's not working, don't be afraid to change. You pulled this Cosmic Womb card. It says the Divine Feminine. And it's interesting too, because the advice being the Page of Cups, water relates to the feminine, which deals with receptivity. And so what I'm seeing here is like the universe is like wanting you to take new things in and let them gestate. Like if there's anything newer that you want to create or give birth to, you first have to like welcome it in and let those ideas gestate, right? Let those things come in and see what happens through the creationary process of those things. You pull this Pisces card. It says sensitize here. We do have a new moon in Pisces this week. It's going to be on March 10th, right? It's at the end of the week. And this new moon is going to be sextiling, or Mercury is going to be sextiling Pluto, but this new moon is also going to be sextiling Uranus. So there is this deeper sense of understanding here that we are stepping into. And Pisces deals with the deepening of knowledge, the deepening of awareness. Yes, Pisces deals with spirituality and fantasy and, you know, dreams and visions. But it's also like to where it's like we just start to also gain deeper sense of understanding and meaning in regards to something in particular in our life that is very intrinsically motivating. You pulled this Diamond card. It says radiance here. I'm hearing pressure creates diamonds. So I feel like this is you. Like if you've been going through like a pressure moment in your life, just be rest assured that I feel like there's rewards waiting for you. But I feel like first you needed pressure for you to concentrate and be able to make the diamond first. So let's clarify this, Gemini. Clarify this King of Swords here for Gemini for the overall energy. You pulled the Magician here. Yeah, I feel like you're very focused. Very focused. I feel like you're very focused and concentrated on what needs to be done. And I feel like you're using your willpower here for this week to really to do things that needs to get done, to focus on what your ideas are. Clarify the Fool card. You have the Emperor here in your current energy. Yeah, you're stepping into becoming the master of your own transformation. The Emperor is the master. Right, he's mastered himself, which is why which is why it looks like he's mastered everything in his reality. Which is why he has mastered everything in his reality, because he's mastered himself. And I feel like when it comes to you, you've mastered something in particular about when it comes to yourself, and now you feel ready to begin here, or to take a fresh new leap, or to try something different. Clarify this Strength card in the challenge. You have the King of Wands here. You may not feel fully confident. Right? Maybe you're just wondering, like, I don't know how this is all going to turn out. I'm not too sure. But the Page of Cups is saying, like, just yield to the inspiration that flows through you, right? And trust your intuition. Trust what that spontaneous urge is, that innovative faculty or factor that the divine channels through you. Clarify the Page of Cups as the advice. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This is about co-creation. It's about creating. So I feel like with the advice, it's saying like newer sense of creativity coming in to start to create your heaven on earth with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Queen of Pentacles is like, we're ready to start co-creating in our lives, right? Like maybe you've hit this point where it's like you're ready just to welcome in new things and to give birth to new things, or to start new things, whether it's projects, career, relationships, or just maybe something given personally for yourself. Your advice is saying, let the new things permeate through and see what happens. Clarify the Ten of Swords for Gemini. Clarify this Ten of Swords for Gemini. Pull the Ten of Pentacles here. Let me pull one more on this, actually. pulled the Seven of Pentacles. I see you changing your mind about something. You could be changing your mind, like when it comes to certain goals or certain things that you've had defined before, right? I think you're realizing like some things need to change here with the Ten of Swords because they just don't practically make sense. Like maybe they made sense on paper or in your mind at a certain period of time, but I think you're realizing with this Ten of Swords that maybe it just doesn't fit anymore. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. Like it's not going to practically work for you anymore, especially when it comes to your long-term goals, right? With the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, your long-term goals and, you know, your dreams and your visions and your aspirations and the legacy here that you're trying to create in your life, you know? So Ten of Swords is saying like, yeah, like if something doesn't work anymore and you become aware of that, you have to seek innovation or you have to seek a different way of doing things. And I think you're doing that. And I think that's why, well, let's clarify this Ace of Cups because Four of Wands, I think you're finding something newer that you identify with more strongly. And I think it's something that you're really going to like. I feel like it's actually going to be very enthusiastic, like bring a very strong sense of enthusiasm and make you enthusiastic. But this is about newer desires here that you're wanting for yourself. And I think, and with the Ace of Cups being here with the Four of Wands, this is being fulfilled. And I feel like you're being able to have this celebrational energy or being able to celebrate whatever this is. So if you're ready to put an end to something here in Gemini, I feel like the universe is saying like, yeah, if it's just not working and it hasn't been working, the universe and spirit is saying like, find a new practical solution or find something else that you desire. And you may actually find something here that you really like. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles in the position of something that you're unaware of. You pulled the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about the emotional fulfillment of one's desires, right? And taking action in that direction. And so I feel like the universe is wanting you to be aware. It's like, especially with the water and the pentacles here, with the cups and the pentacles, water and earth, like, you know, it's important to keep creating. And, you know, sometimes you need to bring in creativity. Like if something logically doesn't make any sense anymore, the universe is saying like, okay, let your intuition and let your creativity come in to help with the situation. And I feel like if you do that, it's like you're definitely being led to something here with the Ace of Cups and Four of Wands that is deeply enriching and also fulfilling. You pulled this Crown Games card. It says right use of power. I feel like Spirit's wanting you to really understand like how to remember your power. And it's interesting because you pulled the Emperor on the Fool card. The Emperor deals with Aries seated in his power. But what that represents for us is like us seated in our power. We've defined things for ourselves and we know that we have the power to do it. And so I feel like the universe is saying like to exercise your power correctly, right? And I almost get here with the King of Swords and the Magician. It's like by exercising your power correctly, it's like by not getting distracted by frivolous bullshit, right? I think the universe is like really wanting you to concentrate and focus, King of Swords and the Magician, on what you're trying to specifically manifest for yourself. You pull this Jasmine card. It says sensuality. This deals with pleasure and being able to enjoy the good things in life. And so the universe is saying like, yeah, if you're feeling the desire to enjoy newer things in your life or to cultivate and create newer things in your life, the Spirit's saying it's your divine birthright here to do that. You pull this opposition card. It says confrontation. Interesting. What I'm kind of picking up with the opposition here is for you, Gemini, is that I feel like it's your logical mind and your intuitive mind at odds with one another. It's like you're trying to. It's almost as if it's like you may not know if certain things are going to work because right now they don't make sense, but you feel it like in your soul or in your spirit, or you feel it intuitively to like do something creatively. And I feel like the universe is saying like sometimes it doesn't have to make sense at first, but it's just by taking the opportunity and trying and acting on your inspirations or what you're being led to intuitively, then you get led to the answer, then it makes sense, and then you're like, oh. So I feel like the universe is saying like don't let your logical mind and your intuitive mind be at odds with one another. It's important to have balance with both of them. So that's what I got for you, Gemini. I'm gonna leave your reading here. I appreciate y'all for watching, of course. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. The readings are on sale at this time. If you click that link, all the details will be there. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so, and also click the notification button bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload your videos. But otherwise than that, Gemini, I'm wishing you all the best for the week, and I'll talk to you all later.